Good afternoon, everyone. So, I think we had very interesting sessions in the morning. Dr. Mukund Rao spoke about GIS applications in various areas, and we had sessions from my colleague Dr. Adil. Very interesting use cases. I think you have seen around how AI machine learning is getting integrated with geospatial technology and different use cases which are typically possible, and potential is vast. Whatever we can think through, we can expand the uses of AI machine learning and integrate it with GIS to whatever extent. This is just a beginning, I believe. So I would, in my brief session now, I will have 30 minutes maximum session, session. I will cover more about ArcGIS advanced analytics, so that how many of us in the participants are GIS knowledgeable people? Because I came to know that there are people from computer science background, there are people from different domain background and all. Very good, thank you. So just to start with, I have a brief video.
It's a 21st century dilemma. Getting data has never been easier. Understanding it, never more challenging. One answer? Map it, literally. When you put your data on a map, things happen. Patterns get clearer, relationships more obvious, and questions get answered. It's called location analytics. It provides answers about the where of your business, but also the why, when, how much, and what you should do about it. Whatever your source data, there's an easy way to start analyzing right away. GIS. It helps no matter what you do. You're in retail. You want to sell more high-end sunglasses. You find where highest sales are and who buys a lot of designer shades. You target your customer with laser precision. You run a utility. You want to know when your power might fail. You compare transformer capacity to load. You figure out what's at risk and fix it. You're a fire chief. You need a new station that gives fast response times. You find out how much land costs and where most emergencies happen. You find the perfect spot and save lives. GIS guides you through analysis you may not have known existed, with no coding required. If you want a custom code, we've still got you covered. So, no matter your where, why, when, or how much, we can help. Because at ESRI, we know location analytics. In fact, we have it down to a science. The science of where.
So I think the brief video is talking about how geospatial technology can solve actually problems into different domains. Across the domains, in fact, whether utilities or government or different domains. So if you see this slide, this is a very fundamental, interesting slide, to see. ArcGIS integrate all type of data. So what happened, we have been talking about the data since morning. So it is important that the platform, what we implement or what we utilize, should actually be able to take on and process all kind of data sets. If you see here, data sets including imagery, tabular, unstructured, vector, 3D, real-time IoT, big data, LiDAR, CAD or BIM data. So it's very important that all these kind of data sets need to be stored, processed, analyzed, so that we can get advantage of versatile data sets or repository. So ArcGIS as a platform, our vision has been to support all kind of data sets, to take the benefit, integrated benefit of ArcGIS platform. And one more fundamental slide is, initially, GIS has been started as a system of record, capturing asset data sets, capturing network data sets, capturing location data sets. But it is moved actually now into 3 domains, starting from system of record. Of course, we have all the data, captured there, including assets and network and, customers and various other data sets. Then moving towards system of insights. So analyzing actually, creating a lot of analytics within the GIS, domain, which becomes actually very, very powerful. And then, moving to system of engagement, primarily collaborating, whatever analysis we do as a GIS analyst or as a, project person, collaborating the knowledge, the outcome with the rest of the teams, different department, different people, so that people can take right decisions on the set of data sets and outcomes. So GIS today becomes actually integrated framework. And objective is to deliver powerful capabilities across organizations. So today GIS is no more just a mapping platform, but it is delivering powerful capability to analyze and to take decisions. And ArcGIS has been a platform which actually is providing end-to-end capabilities. So that's a part of the vision actually we carry as ESRI globally. So if you see, starting from various capabilities perspective, I think most of us because you are using ArcGIS for some time. Some of who are not using, if you see content, one of the key initiatives for us at ESRI, was to create a content library, which is available to all the ArcGIS users. So we created a very large and vast library. I will have some data around that, which is readily available to all the ArcGIS users. So you can use that library, you can consume various services, map services, various data services across the globe and in your applications. So that is very, very interesting actually, development. Spatial analytics and data science, we have been talking about this. So lots of powerful capabilities have been added around this area in the ArcGIS platform. 3D visualization analytics. So 3D visualization is important aspect. And analytics is more important, that what kind of analytics we can do around 3D data sets so that we can take right decisions. So platform support that fully integrated. So it's a kind of seamless experience of 2D and 3D together. Then you have data management, of course, in the field operations integrated with mobile apps. Then imagery and remote sensing capabilities, which is also very, very important aspect of for any GIS expert or any GIS application. Application development customization is well supported. And real-time visualization and analytics, which is also important, when you integrate IoT and sensors and analytics around that. So ArcGIS actually is, becoming kind of a integrated framework, which is actually giving these powerful capabilities in these domains. So starting from mapping and cartography, which is very fundamental, all of us know in GIS space. So these are also advancing into different, areas to support, various, kind of analytics. And editing data management has been the core of geospatial software and technology. And if you see, every year we introduce new features. If you see here, Autodesk integration. So lots of people who are using Autodesk, BIM software and various design software. So what we have done recently is that we have integrated this framework within ArcGIS. So today, as an ArcGIS user or as a BIM user, I should be able to harness power from both the sides, to and fro, which is very interesting, aspect. Then, online workflows are there, 3D editing is there. So various industry data models are there to help actually the end users and application areas. Smart mapping. So when we talk about smart mapping, data-driven mapping, 3D mapping, various kind of analytics you could do and create a smart mapping, which helps actually, in a way to take right decisions. That is actually part of that. 3D visualization has been actually a great change in last couple of years, and the system is able to give seamless experience actually, 2D and 3D visualization analytics in a single frame, which is very interesting and useful actually for the end users. 3D analytics is also quite important these days. So whatever 3D maps we have, in fact we have been working with many smart cities in the country, around more than 30 plus, and we found that 3D analytics is really creating an impact. When we in fact have 3D model of the city, you can do various analytics, which are useful for planning and designing of the city, which are very, very useful. And we have various capabilities you can do around that, line of sight or 3D management, or we have various products actually suit. Starting from ArcGIS Pro, the people who have been using ArcGIS desktop, so ArcGIS Pro is a new avatar in that capacity. So ArcGIS Pro, then we have City Engine. City Engine is a kind of a complete 3D design, city design and planning capabilities within the same framework, which is very, very powerful. Then we have ArcGIS Earth, which is actually freely available. You can download, you can use, you can have the 3D Earth experience yourself around that. Then various mobile apps are available. So this experience, 3D visualization experience, is not only on browser or desktop, but a seamless experience on mobile as well, which is actually quite powerful. So I think we have talked about this. My friend Dr. Fernandez has talked about it. We have been working around adding more and more capabilities of machine learning and deep learning into ArcGIS framework itself. So from various aspects. The objective behind this is that so that seamless power can be harnessed from both GIS communities and from AI machine learning communities together. That's the objective behind that. So you have various algorithms available off the shelf. We also have been developing various models. Ready models are available for various problem solving. Apart from that, when we are using external third-party AI and machine learning toolkits, we have given seamless experience of integration. Whether you use TensorFlow, you use MaxNet, you use Scikit or Learn, or various libraries have been integrated. So when you learn, we have planned certain exercise in a couple of days for you, where you've been given hands-on exercise on ArcGIS Pro and some integration around some use cases with machine learning. So you will have that hands-on session. A couple of my colleagues will be traveling here in couple of tomorrow and day after, and you will have this session along with them. Then this is becoming a very powerful, actually, in fact, science, where various analytics, not only spatial analytics, but data science and deep learning combined, is giving a lot of value actually when we take right decisions. So I think you will find various interesting use cases, to work upon. So if you see here, one more, example, what capabilities are there. And what also we have done, we have integrated, in fact, to give us seamless experience, we have Python notebooks integrated, so that you can do actually ArcGIS plus external libraries together and set up this single integrated framework. So once you learn here, it will be easy for you to set it up at your place, right? At your institute or your place, and experiment this. This is available. So hosted Python notebooks are available to give this seamless experience. Then Imagery Analytics actually is also a key component which we focused at ESRI, and we are focusing image management, so that for example, if we have thousands and thousands or millions of imageries, so you can do management of imageries, so you can do metadata, you can do harvesting of those, and various capabilities are actually inbuilt. So to store and to visualize those imagery. And then map production, of course, then Imagery Analytics, imagery visualization exploitation. So all the end-to-end workflow has been built in ArcGIS platform to give you seamless experience. So experience this yourself, when you do hands-on exercise, or after that also, there are possibility that you download ArcGIS Pro, evaluation version. It is available freely on the website. Download that, do some hands-on yourself after this course also. That will be very, very, useful. So all these components, if you see imagery exploitation and imagery management. Real-time analytics I talked. For example, these days, we have lots of data coming from various, sensors or various devices. In the morning session, people, experts talked about that more than 30 billion, data sets are coming, right? So in fact, it is very, very important that, to give seamless experience of integrating sensors data or IoT data within the platform and do analytics. So platform provide capability to ingest and to process, to analyze, and to disseminate this information to various systems as a service. So very, very powerful capabilities around that. So experiment about it also, learn about this, and if you have any questions, you please ask, connect, talk to us. So ArcGIS Online, I talked about it. This is a platform, cloud platform, where our endeavor was that to capture or create lots of data sets, worldwide data sets. As a user, I can also share. You can also share your data sets, and then there is a team who typically look at the data and then sanitize that and upload that. So objective behind this is to make the data available to all the ArcGIS users, freely and to seamlessly. So whenever I develop application using various toolkits or framework, I can utilize this data set in my application easily. That's a power. So we have more than 7+ million users who are already hooked to this. Billions of maps are there. So go to arcgis.com website, arcgis.com, and see this, various layers available. We have demography, we have, various parameters, if you see, available here. Entire India demography is also hosted here. We have district, sub-district-wise demographic analytics for 2011 census, as well as projected, data sets for 2017-18, which is available. So the important part is that this data can be utilized seamlessly as a web service in your applications. for various analytics. So that's a real power. So go to arcgis.com and have experience these data sets yourself. So this content, as I mentioned, includes not only imagery, but lots of actually data sets around base maps and boundaries and land cover, landscape, weather, transportation. Various live services also integrated from USGS, from various data providers. And you can also integrate data sets from, let's say, Bhuvan platform, from NIC, Bharat Maps, from various sources of data. Seamlessly you can integrate as a service and utilize in your application. That is actually the key. So ArcGIS, our endeavor has been that to establish a platform as an open platform. And so we have APIs, open APIs. You use REST API or Python API or SDKs. Many of you are developers from development background, so you can experience this well. And then open standards. This is also quite important. Let's say organization has multiple solutions, multiple frameworks. So it is open standards, which is actually very important these days. So open data sets, as I mentioned, open science, because you integrate with third-party and open source libraries easily within the same framework, which is very important. So we also planned a session around R integration. Probably you will have that in a couple of days, where you will see how R integration is helping in various analytics within ArcGIS Pro. Very interesting session, in fact. Then open source. So we also have open source GitHub library, which you can have a look and download. You can further customize. You can use it further. Enhance it for your application. So objective is to facilitate the deployment and usage of the platform by the end users. Then this is complete, very powerful JavaScript API is available for you. Experience it yourself. You can develop many applications around 2D, 3D, real-time, IoT, various capabilities you can build actually within the same framework. And you can build applications which can run on any device, any systems, seamlessly. This is the kind of framework we have. So then you have ArcGIS Web Builder, which is actually ready template, ready toolkit, easy to develop. There are certain templates which you can create your own apps, mobile apps and web apps and dashboards without even coding, getting into coding. So very, very powerful. Objective is to give power in the hands of end users to disseminate this data through web application, mobile application. The framework supports, for example, you can create mobile apps in a couple of hours and deploy it, right, without any coding, deep coding. You can create survey applications, GIS based. You can create dashboards without deep coding, on various KPIs of departmental or statewide or district-wide. So very, very powerful, framework. Then, one interesting, initiative, from ESRI side for all of us, that, we have, lots of content published. So if you go to arcgis.com and esri.com site, you will find actually, lots of training also available freely. So my request to you would be that there are more than 550 plus training courses available, which are self-paced, which are actually seminars, sessions. You can register. How many of us has global ESRI user account? How many of us? So my request would be you go today and then create your user account, global user account, which is free, of course. And then, you will get access to lots of, training content, lots of, videos, lots of training, modules yourself. So go for that. Register yourself and then, take advantage of that. There are MOOC programs, mass online course, are available on different, specialized topics. Register for those. As soon as you finish training, you get certificate, global certificate for every training. So take advantage of this, source. Then you have lots of, course available. There is a website, people who want to learn basics of GIS and basics of this technology, there is special content available for them. So go for that, and attend certain training courses relevant for you in various domains. Training courses available, 2D, 3D, IoT, integration, AI, machine learning, lots of courses available. So go for that. So this is what actually I thought to cover today briefly. And my colleagues will be here, in next couple of days. We planned hands-on sessions for you. In fact, in different, domain, different use cases. So utilize the time, and in case you, after this session also, if this training also, if you have, any need or to contact us, or any clarification, any help you need, feel free to contact us, on our customer care website, customer care number. We'll be able to help you out. Objective is that, when you go back, start utilizing these capabilities, ArcGIS framework capabilities, yourself. It is a self-paced, kind of a complete literature content available. So that, today's world, apart from AI machine learning, if you have geospatial aspects also embedded inside that, the outcome is more valuable, right? Market value is much, much higher actually today, right? Because it's really giving a very valuable outcome when you integrate all the technology together. So utilize that, and in case of any, question or query, please feel free to talk to us. Thank you very much.